The egg industry has been pulling off one of the most brilliant visual scams in grocery store history, and almost nobody is talking about it. Right now, millions of Americans are paying $10, $11, even $12 for a carton of eggs because of a color, not a nutrient, not a health benefit. A color. And here's the kicker. That color? It can be manufactured in a lab. I have the documents to prove it. Stay with me for the next 6 minutes, because after this, you will walk into any grocery store in America and see the egg aisle completely differently. Before I show you the scam, you need to understand one piece of science, and I promise it's simple. The color of an egg yolk, whether it's pale yellow or that deep, rich orange, comes entirely from natural pigments called carotenoids and xanthophylls. These are the same family of pigments that make carrots orange and kale dark green. Here's the critical thing. Hens cannot produce these pigments themselves. It's biologically impossible. So whatever carotenoids the hen eats, they get absorbed, travel through her bloodstream, and deposit directly into the yolk. The yolk is literally a mirror of what she ate. Simple rule. More carotenoids in her diet, more orange the yolk. Less carotenoids, paler the yolk. Now here's what the egg industry doesn't put on their packaging. According to the USDA's own official documentation, and I'll link this below, the color of a yolk has zero connection to its protein content, fat content, calorie count, or vitamin levels. Zero. The color is pigment. That's it. Keep that in mind, because everything I'm about to show you builds on this. Now, before you think I'm going to tell you orange yolks are always a lie, I'm not. Sometimes they're completely real, and here's when that matters. Hens that roam on open pasture, eating grass, wild plants, insects, seeds, are naturally consuming foods packed with carotenoids. Their yolks turn deep orange, not because anyone engineered it, but because that's what a natural diet produces. And here's where it gets genuinely interesting. A study published by Penn State University's College of Agricultural Sciences, I'll link the original research below, found that compared to commercially raised hens, pasture-raised chickens produce eggs with twice the vitamin E, more than double the omega-3 fatty acids, and a significantly healthier fat ratio. That's real. That's backed by science. Pasture-raised eggs can genuinely be more nutritious. But, and this is the most important thing I'll say in this entire video, it is not the orange color that makes them better. It is the diet. The color is just a side effect of eating well. Here's proof of that. A pasture-raised hen eating mostly corn will still have a pale yolk. And, as you're about to find out, a factory hen eating something very specific will have a blazing orange yolk. Same color. Completely different stories. You cannot judge the quality of an egg by its color alone. The industry knows this. And some of them are counting on you not knowing it. So, let's talk about what's actually in most supermarket eggs. Commercial egg farms are built around one core goal: consistent, cost-effective egg production at massive scale. To do that, hens are fed a carefully balanced diet of corn, wheat, and soybean. This diet keeps the hens healthy. It gives them the protein, fats, and minerals they need. It works. But corn, wheat, and soybean are not rich in carotenoids. So the yolks come out pale yellow. Not unhealthy, not inferior in protein or vitamins, just pale. This isn't a conspiracy. It's economics. The problem isn't the pale yolk. The problem is what some companies decided to do next, and this is where the story gets interesting. I want you to look something up after this video. It's called the DSM YolkFan. DSM, one of the largest animal nutrition companies in the world, has manufactured a product that has been the industry standard for over 6 decades. It's a color fan, literally a color swatch book, like what you'd use to pick paint for your living room wall. Except this one has 16 shades, ranging from pale yellow all the way to deep reddish orange. And egg producers use it to select the exact color they want your yolk to be. Their own website states, and I'm quoting their documentation directly, that feed producers use it to supplement feed with precise levels of carotenoids, ensuring consistent yolk color that meets consumer expectations globally. Let that sink in. They are choosing your yolk color from a color chart. How? By adding synthetic carotenoids to the hen's feed. Compounds like canthaxanthin, manufactured in a laboratory, are mixed into commercial feed. The hen eats them, they deposit into the yolk exactly like natural carotenoids would, and the yolk turns orange. This has been happening since 1956. DSM's own historical records document the first yolks pigmented with synthetic carotenoids appearing in commercial markets that year. And it's completely legal. The FDA, under 21 CFR regulations, I'll link the official government document below, has approved canthaxanthin for use in poultry feed within set limits. So think about this. Some brands are using this tool, selecting an orange color from a swatch book, and then putting that egg in premium packaging and charging you 3 to 4 times more. Not because the nutrition is better, because the color looks premium. The problem isn't the color. The problem is the claim. And the craziest part? The company sells this YolkFan publicly. I'll put the link in the description. Go look at it yourself. Let's talk money, because this hits differently when you see the numbers. A standard dozen eggs at most grocery stores, $3 to $4. A carton marketed around its vibrant orange yolk, $8 to $12. Now, let's look at what the USDA's own official biology of eggs documentation confirms. And I'm linking this directly below. Quote, "Neither the color of the shell nor that of the yolk affects the egg's nutritive value. Protein, identical. Fat, identical. Calories, identical. Core vitamins and minerals, essentially the same. You could be paying 300% more for a color that was dialed in on a laboratory YolkFan. Now, genuinely pasture-raised eggs are a different conversation." The Penn State research backs up a real nutritional difference there. If the hens actually lived on pasture and foraged naturally, a modest premium is justified. But you cannot verify that from yolk color alone. You need to read the label. Which brings me to the last part. Here's exactly what to look for next time you're standing in that egg aisle. Screenshot this. Labels that actually mean something. 1. Pasture-raised. Hens had genuine outdoor foraging access. Look for certified humane verification alongside it for extra confidence. 2. Omega-3. Enriched. Hens were fed flaxseed or fish oil. Research confirms these eggs can contain significantly more omega-3 than a standard egg. That's a real, measurable nutritional difference. 3. USDA, organic, legally requires outdoor access and feed grown without synthetic pesticides. Not perfect, but regulated. Labels that are mostly marketing. Orange yolk imagery. Now you know exactly what that means. Farm fresh, not a regulated term. Legally means nothing. All natural, also not regulated by the FDA for eggs. Cage-free, hens are still indoors, often in crowded barns. Better than caged, but nowhere near pasture-raised. Next time you're in that egg aisle, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. The color of a yolk tells you one thing: what pigments were in that hen's diet. It does not tell you the protein content. It does not tell you the omega-3 levels. It does not tell you whether that color was natural or manufactured. And it does not justify a $7 premium by itself. If this changed how you think about eggs, send it to someone who buys the expensive carton every week, and drop a comment below. What eggs do you normally buy? I'm genuinely curious. See you in the next one.